Welcome to Brown Summit, North Carolina for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy Girls Showcase, and we're coming to you at the U-15 level with the New York Fury taking on the Eclipse Select. I'm your host, Mark Serber, alongside Sarah Chapman, the head coach at Averett University, and we are underway with Eclipse Select in all black attacking to your left. On the ball is the Fury in white with blue shorts and blue socks attacking to your right, and right away they look to wrestle possession. The Fury coming off with an opening day loss against Solar, while the Eclipse Select coming off a 3-1 win over Legends FC, and then both teams had yesterday off, and will play 2 games in 2 days to end this showcase. And right away it's the Eclipse trying to go forward, but good defending by the Fury, as Davis will get it out wide. Sarah Chapman, when you watch a game at the U-15 level, what are you looking for?
You know they're going to have strong technical ability here at U-15 level, but it's just that pace, that passing texture there, but also their decision-making. Can they complete those quick passes forward, the penetrating balls that are breaking lines? That's what you want to see, their decision-making.
The Fury come in currently second in the Northeast Division with a 12-5-1 record, whopping 51 goals for and 29 goals against. They're just 2 games behind NYCFC and 10th overall in the Development Academy. The Eclipse Select, they're first in the Mid-America Division with a 9-3-2 record, 39 goals for, and just 8 goals against. That's the best defense in the Development Academy at the U-15 level. So we got a team that has a high-octane offense against the country's best defense. And this is Nicosia. And according to the stats, this is just her second game here with the U-15s, and scored in her first game and her first start of the season as well. Lion barging into the box, runs out of real estate, and it will be a goal kick for the Fury.
It's good to see her drive the line there.
Well, they're going to say it was a corner kick. Beg your pardon. So it'll be a corner kick for Isabella Penaranda and this Fury side to deal with first of the game, going the way of the Eclipse. It's Julia Simon who will take. And it bypasses everyone. Lion puts it back across goal into a dangerous area, but there were no takers. Simon was almost on the end of it. Instead, it's Hutchinson sends it at the top of the box, and it's the Fury to go the other way. Sent right back in. Some of the players wanted the offside flag to go up. It doesn't, and it's Shimkin, the international, bringing it out. Shimkin has spent time in both the U-14 and U-16 national team camps. And this is Lion, heavily involved to begin here. Dakota Lions. One back by Shimkin. Be at the heart of everything this Fury side does. Not a bad idea, trying to slide it through there. However, Bella Golden couldn't get on the end of it.
Shimkin's definitely is going to be their playmaker, playing those balls through. That's her second one. Little just not reading what her forward wanted, but still great idea there.
Han will smash it forward. That's a great trap to bring it down, but it's well defended, and it's the Fury to go the other way once again. That ball too far for Shimkin, so Han will pick it up. (0-0) between FC Fury out of Bayshore, New York, and the Eclipse Select out of Oak Brook, Illinois. As Han with the punt. Both of these teams have developed so many professional and national team players. Eclipse Select has produced six full U.S. internationals. One such of them is Leslie Osborne. They've also 23 pros and 38 players who have spent time in the U.S. national team system. On the other side, the Fury, over 20 years, have produced 46 members of the Fuller Youth National Team and players such as Ali Long, Crystal Dunn, and Rebecca Moros. So many Fury alum not only play with the national teams, but also in the NWSL. So both of these teams with a long history of developing ladies for the next level.
It's great for those.
It's an intelligent run by Lyons, but the ball too far ahead, and Isabella Penaranda will come out to take.
It's just great that these youth players can look up to those players that are playing the professional league and they're representing their national teams.
This is Phillips. To the middle, it was a nice little touch off there from Simon. Long searching ball forward, and was looking for the run of Corbin Albert, but it will instead be Panaranda's ball. Isabella Panaranda was voted the Fury's goalkeeper of the year throughout their entire development academy. Her older brother, Johan, is a goalkeeper for NYCFC's academy. Simon going the other way for the Eclipse. Trying to bulldoze through midfield, but she ran into Shimkin. And that ball beyond the reach of Bartolotta. Bartolotta, 4.0 student, taking all honors classes, wants to study forensics in college. Good one-touch passing from the Eclipse. Albert plays it through. The flag stays down, and it's the opening goal of the game. Beautifully finished by Nina Nicosia. 2 games started, 2 goals for Nicosia.
It's great to see there's a give and go there. She plays it through, and then an early ball across that back line because there she's wide open. Just easy sitter there, passing it through to the back of the net. Great composure.
The Elmwood Park, Illinois native gives the Eclipse Select an early 1-0 lead. 7th minute, Nicosia for their 2nd game that she has started is on the board. Oh, and Hahn stepped out there. So it'll be a free kick in a very precarious position for the Fury as they look for the instant reply.
I'm pretty sure that goal started also Eclipse with the keeper Hahn playing it out. So that just went all the way up to the field, and it was a great finish.
Well, a chance here for the Fury to respond. It's crowded inside that 6. 6 players for the Fury inside the 6. And it's over all comers, and it's out of bounds for a goal kick.
Seems you try to whip it in there. Just a little too high over the post there.
This is the 4th day of action here in the U.S. Soccer Girls Development Academy Showcase at beautiful Bryan Soccer Complex in Brown Summit, North Carolina. The first ever DA event exclusively for the girls. Both of these teams will finish tomorrow in the day's final showcase. Or I should say the showcase's final day. Push forward. Not a bad idea on that through ball, just a little too much mustard on it. The goalkeeper quickly off her line to take.
Eclipse really pushes that ball forward with their outside mids, really letting them dribble at the back line and maybe playing that ball through with good pace.
Foul called on Nolan. So it'll be a free kick for the Fury.
And here's a little nutmeg there, and an early ball. She's looking across, her head's up.
Davis with the free kick. Looking for the head of Bartolotta. The Eclipse come flying back the other way. And offside is the call against Albert, but I've really been impressed with the Eclipse's front line to walk that tightrope.
I like that pace in that ball, playing it in quickly, and last minute that forward kind of pops through the center backs. Great ball in, just unfortunate she was offsides.
Neatly done on the defensive end to escape the pressure. Lions battling for it. She's been heavily involved in the early going. And she wants it again. Stepping in to win it is Josephine Mavromatis.
Great step by her.
Mavromatis continues the pressure and wins the throw-in for the Fury. Quickly taken. Mavromatis will have another throw-in. Mavromatis attends the Basis Independent School in Brooklyn, New York on a merit-based scholarship. Speaks English, French, and Greek. I myself am still struggling with English, as you can all tell. Bartolotta runs into 3 black jerseys for company, and they'll break away with it. Oh, the idea was there. You can see the frustration as Devlin Lynch was really trying to hook that ball across the back line, just didn't wrap her foot around it, and that's why it went to the keeper. But it was a good idea from Lynch.
Yeah, it's the third ball that's trying to be hooked behind that back line, and it is working. Just now that technique has to be completed.
Lions keeps it from going out of bounds, but Shimkin comes back to win it for the Fury. Bartolotta. Well, that's a nice ball inside. That's a good run. It's also good defense. Excellent work from Peyton Green on the defensive end for the Eclipse. But still more to be done. So this is into a dangerous area, but it skips all the way through, and Han will gratefully take that. Quickly rolls it out to Lions. One back by Rachel Eisert. Eisert, one of many Fury players who's played up this season with the 16-17s. Oh, it's a good run into the box from Weiss. Weiss still going and almost scoring herself. Tremendous individual effort from Tessa Weiss.
It's a great way for her to drive the line, and you think she's about to cross and then does some tricky feet here. Drives that defender, beats her, looks up and wants to beat another defender here. Great skill, just almost got it off. Good stuff there.
Oh, and it was actually Julian Shimkin. Good work from Jillian Shimkin. Runs like that, you see why she's rated so highly. This is a dangerous ball in and a towering header away.
Thank you.
De Freitas gets it across. De Freitas, like Shimkin, wearing the captain's armband.
Fury's giving some good pressure here and getting balls across inside the box. Let's see if they can get one in.
Throw in taken by Belcher. One back by Bartolotta. This is Weiss. Dispossessed. And it's Lynch to go the other way. In for Rodriguez. Shimkin overtakes.
She's got great technique on the ball, Simpkins.
South Carolina.
15th minute. Fury trailing the Eclipse 1-0 on a 7th minute goal coming in from Nina Nicosia.
I like how you just said I was still a coach, kind of.
And it's the goal scorer who wins it in midfield. Shows her strength. Looking to slide it through. And it's a good run being made by Albert, but the offside flag goes up once again. It's Jeremy Michael, the assistant referee on the far side, who put his flag up.
It was good that Albert kept that run going, even though she did get off sides. It was good to just keep going forward there, maybe find a through ball.
Bartolotta comes down with it. Jumping into the attack is Mavromatis. That's a good ball in from De Freitas as one captain finds another. Shimkin weaving her way through challenges once again, puts it into the box, and it's the right idea, just perhaps a bit further away from the keeper rate.
Yeah, and it's good timing. I didn't know she was going to be able to get that cross off, but she did, and it's a little further out, and I think a late runner could have come in for a one-time hit.
Hahn puts it on the floor as the Eclipse select to play it out of the back. Lions ran into trouble. Bartolotta intercepts. Shimkin gets the little layoff. Loose touch from De Freitas. Albert's really living on the back shoulders of his last defenders. Was almost able to sneak through there.
She's reading those runs well and finding what side of the defender to play off of to find that ball through.
Julia Simon was chasing it, can't get to it in time. And it hits off Carol Soto last, so it'll be a throw-in for the Fury. 40 minutes halves at the U-15 level, so we're heading toward the halfway point of this first half. What are you seeing so far from both sides, Sarah?
Both have really good pace, I think, in the attack. I would say Eclipse right now is giving more pressure with one-time passes through to beat that back line in those lines, but then you have Fury just playing great balls across, and now you just need to get some numbers in the box to finish them.
This will be a throw-in for Peyton Green. That was good skill from Peyton Green, and she'll be rewarded with another throw-in. Fox Lake native making her 15th appearance of the season, all of them starts. Shimkin. Will be another throw-in.
Eclipse is doing a good job. Every single time a player gets a ball, they're looking forward. Right away, their hips, their bodies facing forward to see what they can play quickly forward instead of just always going side to side.
Well defended and one back on the far side by Carol Soto. But the Fury always pressing, hunting impacts to win the ball back, and they've done just that. Quick little layoff out wide by Rachel Eisert. Oh, lovely little drop of the hips to create some space. It's Shimkin and running again. Lays it off for Weiss, puts it across, and Hahn did well.
Patton was there in that box. Maybe she could have gone to that near post and beat that keeper from saving that near post ball.
The break could be on, but Simon's pass too far for Albert.
And here Shimkin's using such great skill, plays it out wide. And here this one touch across left. And here's maybe we could have flown into that near post run to beat the keeper there.
So you're saying you would like to have seen that run go across the face of the keeper to try and get that flick on?
Yeah, I mean, they're finding that near post, and the keeper's defending it well, as she should for her near post, but maybe you can beat her to put the little ball through.
Weiss flying forward. And Green gets back and uses her body well. She wins the free kick to boot. Been impressed with Peyton Green in the early going. Number 3 in black for Eclipse Select. So here she gets back. Just excellent shielding, and the only way that Weiss is going to get that ball back is if she goes through the back of her. So the free kick to be taken by Phillips. Gets it back from Green. Albert. Nifty skill in midfield from the goal scorer, Nina Nicosia. That's a lovely ball into space. Plenty of options in the box. It skips all the way through. Lions arriving. She tried to pull it back, but she does get the second corner kick of the game for the Eclipse.
That was a good decision by Lions. They would try to pull it back quickly, but the defender stepped up well.
Lions has 8 goals on the season, but she's shown here her ability to turn provider. And we're going to have an early substitution. As checking into the game is Piper McGraw. So McGraw comes in. Free kick floated to the top of the box where the Fury will clear. Bartolotta.
Green defending her well there.
Nicosia will be called for the hands on the back. It's good, strong work from Ishart. Shimkin. And an excellent job to charge down that cross from Carol Soto. Nicosia chasing. And somehow got there.
Seems like Fury's looking for that quick transitional ball, long ball through. It just needs to connect to one of the forwards.
Simon gets a step on Patton, but she did just enough to put her off. And Daniela Davis makes the clearance. Davis, 2004 playing up with this 2003 side. Won the 2017 Fury Ironman Award, Daniela Davis. That's a good overlap. And it's open up space for the cross. Patton's arriving, but it's cleared away from her. But Patton did enough to win the first corner kick of the game for the Fury.
I like Fury playing that longer balls in because Eclipse, they are playing a 3 back, and it's good to give good pressure with the longer ball and see if they can get through.
Seven players getting ready to crash the box for the Fury. Oh, and it's beautifully drawn up, and all it was missing was the finish. That would have been spectacular had it gone in.
Good to see the creativity of corners instead of just always whipping that ball into the box.
So it'll be a free kick for the Eclipse to be taken by Peyton Green. You can see Mark McElliott's side loves to build out of the back.
You tell this back line is confident with their feet. 3 in the back and still completely spreading out to the whole field. Usually you don't see that with 3 just back.
Lions continue to run. She wants it. Instead, Albert spins away from the pressure, and she will guide it back to Belcher. Inside for Nicosia. Nice ball. Beautiful movement from the Eclipse, and it's opened up the space for Albert. He's gotten in between the center backs. A tremendous recovery run. Albert's still on it, though. She'll put it back into the danger area. Hooked only as far as Nicosia. Nicosia goes for goal. And finally, the Fury are able to scramble it clear.
There's some great combination play in that midfield to get the players in.
Simon gets past Weiss. Wriggles free from another challenge. Simon puts it across, and it's headed out by De Freitas.
It's a great header out.
Lions to serve it back in, and the flag is up. Great movement, though, off the ball from the Eclipse.
Yes, the 1-2 touches have been very clean for the Eclipse and really getting them beating the back line and having some open chances. And here you have a good ball across the 6, and then maybe she could have taken a one touch, but still with her left foot she's confident on. Another little deflection, and then finally out of the box there.
If she's able to guide that one toward the corner, she might have her brace. Still a great job just to create that space for herself to get the shot. Nicosia now has 2 goals in 2 games. Scored the game-winning goal in that 3-1 win against the Legends. Lyons and Hutchinson's were the other goal scorers on that day. And that 3-1 win is just their first game since the Winter Showcase. So this their second game of the spring season. Well, they look like they're in mid-season form, though, for a team that's been off for quite a while through the rest and the futsal period.
They look fit, good movement off the ball to break lines. Defensively, it's very confident on the ball, each player.
Well, that's a beautiful touch off from Albert. Able to tear it away from De Freitas. And Davis will get this shielded so that it will roll to her goalkeeper, Penaranda.
I don't mind that ball through. If a little more pace from that forward to beat that defender, she would have gotten in.
Bartolotto will be whistled for the foul, so it'll be a free kick for Simon. Correct that, Devlin Lynch, who felt the forearm in the back, and this is Lynch. Good strength from Lynch. Nicosia. Ball for Piper McGraw to chase. Nicosia, lovely combination play. And this is Simon who's in. But it's Penaranda quickly off her line to make a tremendous save.
There's Nicosia just finding someone forward, then they're setting it back to her and giving it right back to her for the give and go. It's really working for the forwards here, and just here it is. It's, yep, set little back, and she knows she wants to play her back in. Great movement combination play there.
It's 3-on-3 going the other way if the Fury can hurry. McGraw tried to cut inside. By her cutting inside, it opens up that width for Golden to get forward.
I'd like to see Fury's outside backs get forward a little bit more. They have the space too, and that outside forward is definitely trying to hold it for her to get around.
Bella Golden. Sister Gigi plays for the 0102s. When you talk about players playing up with the 16-17s, Golden's played a game for the 18-19s. And she started out as forward, but with that substitution, she's dropped to outside back. Good strength from Soto. Forward for Simon. Creates a bit of space for herself. Puts it into the danger area, and a stooping header clear coming in from De Freitas.
I would have liked Simon look up a little bit one more time and would have seen Lyons on the far outside of the post there. She was wide open for just a little sitter in there instead of playing that ball back into the 6th.
Nice little bit of skill from Han.
Good composure.
Sent Bartolotto the wrong way and then played it inside. Soto showing her skill, but unable to find Nicosia. Good job getting back and winning that ball by Lucy Patton. Nicosia. Simon cuts inside, and Penaranda with the save. Nice little move to create that opportunity for herself.
And there's a great touch look here and just cuts her well. A little more pace, I think. Maybe left post was on, but still great opportunity for him.
Han has the ball at the other end. Belcher plays it forward. Davis wins it, and eyes hurt. Tried to push it further up looking for Shimkin, but it's intercepted by Rodriguez. Oh, Soto was away if they could have found her feet, but instead it goes out for a Fury throw-in.
You might survive.
Rodriguez. Shimkin. Iser. McGraw chasing and winning the throw-in.
Great ball through.
Was Belcher coming across in cover. Lyons makes menacing runs down this touchline, but ran out of real estate on that occasion.
She really likes using that line there, and it's worked for her.
Wait, no. 50 dub-sized horses, or one horse.
Oh, good job to bring that ball down and get it out wide to Lyons. Steps inside her opposite number. Lyons knifing through midfield, but ran into Iser.
A little bit too much there on Lyons' end, but she's so good dribbling forward with pace. It's hard to defend that.
Well, that's a gorgeous ball looking for the run of Shimkin. He's in a battle with Belcher, and Shimkin will let it run for a throw-in.
A smart decision just to earn that throw-in.
And we'll have another throw-in for the Fury. So we're inside the final 8 minutes of the first half. On the penultimate day of this Girls DA Showcase. First ever DA event exclusively for girls after their first showcase was shared with the boys in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Peyton Green. Intercepted by Davis. Green assessing her options and plays it down the line. The Freitas comes out and clears, and it's one of those where the ball wasn't traveling too fast, but would you like maybe to have seen her shield that out of bounds for a goal kick?
Yeah, it's just a little bit smarter play there instead of them earning a throw-in.
Green. Piper McGraw. Nice spin from Rodriguez to keep possession for the Eclipse. Was looking for that diagonal run, but it will go out of bounds for a throw-in for the Fury.
Eclipse has done really well playing balls into space, knowing that the runs are already going and going to be in that position for the ball to be played there. It's really some good movement off the ball Eclipse is showing right now.
Lane to Natali to take the throw-in. Bartolota chasing, but the ball will come all the way back to Hahn. Belcher. Lyons.
She likes to bait them centrally and then push it back out wide, and then here it is. Oh.
Simon, that was a great idea, pushing it through. Nicosia just saw the run a bit too late. But these girls are seeing passes that I don't think I'm even seeing up here.
It's just that one ball pass, and then she wants to play one touch through. It's really working instead of taking two touches.
Rodriguez gets it back. Phillips gets it out wide. He's looking for the run of Soto down that touchline. Instead, Shimkin will lay it off.
Good step by Davis there to win that ball.
Final 5 minutes of the first half. Fury leading are trailing 1-0 rather to a Nicosia goal in the 7th minute for the Eclipse.
Have you seen all the old like mind control thing with the celebrities? Yeah.
Rodriguez. Lynch. Albert wanted it at her feet. Instead, Lynch is going to send it long into the channel. It's a great ball. Soto gets on the end of it, able to get off the first cross, but it's blocked. Trying to create that half yard of space for her next cross, and she's done just that. Drives into the box, was looking for Nicosia at the top of it, but it was well defended. Lynch steps in to intercept the clearance, and this one will roll all the way through for the Fury goalkeeper.
I can see what Soto's doing there, trying to just find that ball back, but again, Lyons is in that back post to wait for that ball with maybe a little bit bigger ball across the box, and she's wide open to hit the ball in.
And this is Lyons battling with Golden. Golden did enough to put her off, and that will be a free kick as Nicosia is the guilty party, bringing down Izart. Nothing malicious in that, but a free kick nonetheless. And it's Danielle Davis who's over it. Well, it's a perfectly weighted ball, but it's the Eclipse who get there first. Oh, Bartolotta wanted to hit that, but she had it nicked away.
I think she had to just make that decision a little bit quicker if she wanted to take a strike there.
And this is Albert. Unable to get by Golden. Textbook one-on-one defending from Bella Golden. Albert gets it back. Lyons. And the offside flag is up against Lyons.
Love the confidence Albert just had juggling to play that ball in. Again, there's that creative individual player right there.
Loose ball seized upon by Simon, but Tefreda steps in front of her. Soto brings it down. Forward for Simon. Simon tried to spin away from the challenge. And this is Rodriguez.
Great touch and turn there.
Weiss going the other way. Still Weiss. Has the beating of her woman, but puts the shot into a well-positioned Hahn. Excellent work from Lynch in the midfield.
Here's great pace forward from Weiss. Maybe she could dip her shoulder to the right to get herself in a little bit more ahead of time, but still worked very hard to just get that off.
This is a strong run from Green down the far side. It skips all the way across the box. It falls to Nicosia, trying to sort her feet out. And in the end, crowded out by both center defenders, still somehow able to get through and almost got the shot off.
Strong player can push her way through with the ball still at her feet.
Incredible strength shown there from Nino Nicosia.
Here's another ball just coming through, passing that back line. And here she is just trying to bowl through. And she almost did.
It's like she had a battering ram with her, the way she was able to make it through. So I thought when she was closed down that was it. Soto's popped up on this near side. Lynch seizes the loose ball. Rodriguez slides it through. Lynch is on. And Panoranda cuts out the angle.
Great save by the keeper there.
What a big save that is. Inside the final 15 seconds. Would have completely changed the dynamic going into halftime.
And here's just a good little one touch through again, and she's in. Because she played a little bit quickly, more pace, but great save by the keeper there.
Nicosia.
Great feet there.
Into first half stoppage time. Yet to see the fourth official put up a number on the board. Weiss into the middle for Shimkin. Can they find the equalizer before the break? We know they'll at least be given this attack. And Shimkin puts her foot on the ball. Flights it over to this near side. There, it's cut out by Lyons, but it falls to Bartolota. And if she got a touch, well, they're saying she didn't. But if Han had gotten a touch, it would have been a tremendous save. Instead, it's just going to be a goal kick as that shot fell to Bartolota. And Han had her near post covered. Well, it's been an excellent 40 minutes. It comes to an end with the Fury trailing Eclipse Select 1-0. What are your thoughts on the first half, Sarah Chapman?
I think Eclipse is doing a really good job with combination play in their final third. They're playing the ball forward, setting it, and then just getting that ball back by easy give and go. That's really breaking down Fury's back line. But then Fury, on the other hand, I think they're doing really well playing the ball wide. There's a lot of numbers Eclipse has in the middle, playing with 5 in the middle. So Fury's looking centrally, where I think they've seen more success when they play the ball wider and getting the crosses off.
At halftime, it is the Fury 0, Eclipse Select 1, as they lead through a Nina Nicosia goal in the 7th minute. We're going to take a break up here in the booth, but we'll be back with you for the final 40 minutes on USSoccerDA.com. Back with you at halftime on USSoccerDA.com, and we take a look at the first half highlights. And it was the Eclipse who would get things underway. Beautiful one-touch passing, and it's been that way throughout the game. Into Nicosia, and in just the 7th minute, she would calmly slot home the game's opening goal. It was lovely how she dropped her shoulder to the right to get the goalkeeper to go that way, and then went to the left, and then Shimkin looking for the instant response. Look at her walk that tightrope, and she saw that little space open up at the near post, but Han did really well to get down and make the save. And then it was Shimkin weaving her way through again, leaves this off for Weiss and a dangerous ball in, but Aubrey Han was there a second time. And then a great corner kick routine, and all it was lacking was the finish, but that was top 10 worthy had it gone in. And then Nicosia looking for her second, but just couldn't pick out the corner. And then eventually the scramble was cleared, and then Lynch getting around the back line, putting it into a dangerous area. And Nicosia would be at it again, sliding that ball through for Simon, and Simon unable to get there before Penaranda. Great save from the keeper. And Simon would be denied by Penaranda once again. The chances continued to come. Rodriguez sliding this through, and Penaranda has really stood on her head in this first half for the Fury. Otherwise, the Clips could be ahead by more goals. Mark Serber alongside Sarah Chapman, head coach at Everett University. And Sarah, what do the Fury need to do to get back into this game? Not to say they haven't been playing well, but what adjustment might they need to make?
I think just defensively as a unit, their back four have to step a bit more with those withdrawn strikers receiving the ball. You got to go defend them, but also on the attacking half, use that flank. But then can we get numbers centrally in the box to really get on the ends? You got your front post, your near post run, and far post run as well, really to finish those great crosses that Fury has seen some chances at.
Rodriguez slid that last ball through on the highlight. It was a gorgeous look and a perfectly weighted ball. As we are all set for the final 40 minutes of this feature match between the FC Fury and the Eclipse Select. And it is the Eclipse Select with the ball and the lead to start the second half. Taken right back by the Fury. As it's Patton who is bulldozing her way through. Shimkin tried to slide inside. This is Shimkin. She goes for goal off the crossbar. And the rebound saved by Aubrey Han.
Great start by Shimkins there, just saying, all right, I want to go score a goal.
You can see the relief on Han's face as she will take her time and push everyone up.
And here's a great left-footed strike, hitting that crossbar corner, upper 90 actually. And then almost a header in, but good save there by Han.
Abigail Solomon has entered the match, and she almost was the beneficiary of that rebound. But Han stood up tall. Abigail Solomon, one of 4 players who commutes from Manhattan to Long Island 4 days a week for training. And it's good to see her back after she missed most of the fall with a foot injury. So Solomon getting some important minutes here. Di Natale pressing.
Good higher pressure there, that's good.
Di Natale has played up with the 16-17s and the 18-19s this season. He's also named her school's top student athlete the last 2 years. I mean, some of the stuff that these ladies are able to accomplish while playing in this DA is just sensational. Take a look at a player like Rachel Eisert. She's a peer mentor to individuals with autism and carries with her a 3.8 GPA, all honors classes, while doing this 5 to 6 days a week.
Well, rounds them as individuals and young females to lead the world.
And, you know, that's something that the Fury coaching staff has really harped on. As Aaron Hannernan said to me during the week, he said, you know what, we're developing individuals. He said, soccer is just our vehicle for teaching life lessons.
That's a great way to use it, because soccer, these girls are already passionate. They want to learn and develop, but now they can learn to be great teammates, work ethic, and so on.
This will be a throw-in for the Fury. Lane Di Natale to take. Lynch. Solomon doing the chasing. That's a beautiful ball out wide for Lyons. Lyons has 3 to find in the box, but instead it finds the hands of Isabella Penaranda.
Good save, made it look easy. A lot of girls were flying into the box.
Panaranda's punt. Shimkin, great reverse. That ball was cut out before it could reach Solomon. Nicosia turning. That's a good interception. Weiss battling, but she was shielded off well by Peyton Green.
Good battles there, and here's Fury again. Higher pressure, getting Eclipse, you know, to have some struggles passing, completing passes there, and Fury's dressed right in there, and now they have a good throw and good position in the final third.
Fury have been working on pressing and training, and not only on their press, but which areas on the field that they need to press to start counterattacks. You can see they've done a good job of picking and choosing when they want to bring everybody up like that.
Yeah, as a collected group, you can see they're all ready to go. They're set, they're ready, organized, and then they go win it.
It continues here with Shimkin forcing another ball out of bounds.
It seems Fury's made some changes just in the midfield to match up, leaving that one forward up top instead of starting out with that 4-4-2.
Stepping in strong with Sarah de Freitas. Solomon.
Great turn there.
Skips by the challenge and wins the corner kick. Second of the game for the Fury.
And even for that cross, you saw more numbers in the box ready to, if it came through, to finish it.
Lucy Patton, another of those who commutes from Manhattan out to Long Island to take this corner kick. Clips it towards the top of the box. Solomon arriving, just unable to connect. Di Natale with a good win. Solomon closed down. Di Natale trying to get on the end of it. Instead, it's going to be Shimkin. And she was trying to put that back across goal, but couldn't wrap her foot around it.
They're just holding on to the ball a little too long there. Decision making, either shoot it, play that ball through to get that ball moving in the final third.
Nicosia, I've been really impressed with what I've seen from her. Well, just in front of us are the older players of the Eclipse Development Academy who've been filing in to support their side, who have a 1-0 lead in the 47th minute. Goal coming all the way back in the 7th from Nina Nicosia, her second in as many games. So this one dragged into the box and promptly cleared out. And there are the Eclipse Academy players out supporting their U-15s.
It's good clearance by Davis. She was in good position, and that was a smart decision just to get it out.
Thrown from Corbin Albert. Rodriguez off for Peyton Green. Into the channel. Albert. And that's very well defended by Danielle Davis.
Davis is a strong center back there for Fury. It's good confidence there to know your center back is pushing through. Here's a great ball through, and then here's Davis handling the pressure. Good body position there.
It was a good battle with Lynch. The corner kick right across the face of goal. And that is excellent goalkeeping. As Penaranda is clattered into, and you hope that she's okay. Brave goalkeeping from Isabella Penaranda.
You want your keeper to feel confident to fly out there in that area right in the 6 box. Should be hers on corners. She played it well. It's just a tough break when you get hit like that.
I'd like to see that both teams using this time to huddle together as a yellow card was issued. I believe it was Emma Phillips who goes into the referee's book. We'll see here. Yeah, Phillips just going for the ball. Does come in a little late, and it doesn't go straight up, and that's why I think she got the yellow, but she did only have eyes for the ball.
Right.
Nothing really malicious in that whatsoever. Okay. Nevertheless, Phillips is the first player to go into referee Luis Almajado's book this afternoon. But I was saying before I saw the referee issue the yellow card, which surprised me a little bit, is that both teams right away got into a huddle. And so using this time to get together, regroup, and talk, I think was really smart and shows the maturity of these ladies. Yeah,
and it's just where both of the coaches are relying the players right then and there to, okay, let's figure out what's working. Let's get organized here. Let's talk about what's working, what's not working. And that's what you want. It's a player's game. Coaches are on the sideline for a reason, and players here are just kind of managing how to be better on the field.
And a lot of the coaches that we've talked to have said things like, with the new substitution rule, we can't just bring a player out, talk to them, and then bring them back in. They really have to figure it out for themselves on the field as a substitution being made by Eclipse Select. And Emma Showman will check in for her 14th appearance of the season. The best response I got was from one coach as a big cheer for Penaranda. She gets up and is still grimacing in pain, but it's good to see that she's okay, and she's a tough customer. She's going to continue.
Yeah, she got hit like that and then still held on to the ball the whole time.
I'll tell you, if I got hit like that, I would have just gotten off and walked off the field. That's it. I'm done.
She's definitely in pain a little bit.
So Davis will take the free kick. Going back, the best response we got from a coach, because the coaches have said, the great thing about the Development Academy and obviously these showcases as well is we're learning. We're learning from the process. We're learning from other coaches. And one coach said, what have I learned? I've learned that I just need to sit down, shut up, and let the girls figure it out for themselves. I thought that was great, real honesty, but also exactly what these girls need is to learn how to solve those problems.
Soccer's just a big puzzle that they're trying to solve.
Green steps in. Loses out to Patton. Nice little toe poke from Isert. She got it over to Golden. Golden runs into a little bit of trouble. But flying out is De Freitas. De Freitas seizes the loose ball and gets it out wide. Beautiful one-touch passing. Shimkin twisting, turning, looking for options. Patton was trying to get it out wide. Di Natale gives it away in the center to Nicosia. Was trying to thread it through for the run of Julia Simon, but this will roll all the way through to Penaranda, still holding her back, but she looks to be okay.
Nicosia really plays some great balls in, reads what her forwards are, how the kind of runs they're making, is just got away a little bit too far there.
Hahn out of her box to make the clearance. And this will be a throw-in for Di Natale. Shimkin checks in.
Good skill there.
That was great work from Albert. And the ball pushed through, looking for the run of Hutchinson. And the second half sub can't get there in time, but she will force the turnover in midfield. Albert. Good skill from the number 10.
This is where I think I'd like to see the Fury's back line step up here, step up more. Don't create such a big gap between the midfielders and the back line here. But that's a great step by Davis.
A confident header away as well. Di Natale has it poked away from her. That will be a throw-in for the Fury in the 53rd minute. Gets a touchback from Weiss. Hutchinson in a battle with De Freitas. Wins it, but is dragged out wide. And De Freitas, perfect defending, waited for the loose touch, and then seized on it.
Eclipse does a good job when they win it. Their first touch is actually a pass forward. It's connecting, even if it's an intercepting ball. It's hard to do.
What a run that was from Lions. Hutchinson leaves it off for Nicosia. She tries to weave her way into the box. Still battling for it and finally cleared. Lynch gets it back. Albert spins away from 2. Davis shows her strength in the challenge.
Good tackle by Davis. Good ball through.
Looking to thread it through for Weiss. Right into the path of Weiss. Weiss is still going, and Green with some last-ditch defending for the Eclipse.
It was a good attacking, explosive run through, and great defending by Green.
Third corner kick of the game for the Fury.
It starts with Davis with that ball coming through, and then here's Weiss just trying to beat Green here, and Green just defended so well, getting that safe ball out.
Before this corner kick, we'll have another substitution. As it's Morgan Belcher who leaves us. And she'll be replaced by Ulexi Diaz. Diaz comes on for her 11th appearance. First has to deal with a corner kick. Whipped in, promptly cleared out, and be a throw-in for the Fury.
I'd like to see Fury maybe put that more into the box, see Han, the goalkeeper, have to be tested a bit more.
Weiss. Weiss barged into the back, and she'll win the free kick.
Smart of Weiss getting her body in between the ball and the player there. She wants a cross, and then she realizes, all right, I'm just going to shield this ball a bit.
And she knew what was coming, too.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing there. Very smart from Weiss. Player who joined from Downingtown United, where she played for 9 years with boys teams.
She's used to getting pushed around a little bit.
A ball in, and it's the equalizer. Danielle Davis, the center back, with her second goal of the season, and it's a big one. We're level in the 56th minute, and the Fury Academy love it.
Davis has been having a great game defensively, strong in the back, comes in, plays great balls through as well when she wins it. And here's just a great set piece ball over the keeper, finally testing the keeper, and the ball's in the back of the net there.
Game on in Brown Summit, North Carolina, between the 9th and 10th best placed teams in the Development Academy. Danielle Davis, free kick over everyone, including Aubrey Hahn, for the game's equalizing goal.
Couldn't have put that ball anywhere else. Perfect, perfect set piece.
And this is the woman who won the set piece in Weiss. Shimkin trying to assert herself. And she's done just that, getting a bit of space. Still going Shimkin, knifing her way into the box and finally cleared, only as far as Weiss. Now it's Weiss's turn to go in. And hooked away. And the shot comes in, but Hahn was well stationed.
Fury's come out strong the second half. I like seeing now they've finally got the equalizer. Let's see if they can get another one.
Well, it's been that press. They've been working on it in training coming to the showcase, and it's paid off. The Eclipse, though, have the ability to turn defense into attack just like this. Lions place it across, and they very nearly found the instant reply.
Again, defended well, good cross in, and was man marked right away. Really had no space to get that first touch off.
Good effort from Megan Hutchinson, looking for her 9th goal this season.
And here's using that width so well. Great left foot across, but here's got a man on her. It was hard to finish.
Hutchinson was scorer of the third goal to put the game away against Legends 2 days ago in that 3-1 victory.
Tell me more. I'm gonna go with Carlo Duarte.
Forward for the run of Solomon.
Great ball in. Great early ball in. I think Fury making the system change, formation change a little bit, making sure numbers were set in the midfield has really beneficial to Fury.
Shimkin. Taken away by her from her opposite number. It'll be another throw-in for Daniela Davis. We'll leave this one off for Di Natale. It'll be a throw-in for Peyton Green and the Eclipse. As we're into the 60th minute at McPherson Stadium in the Bryant Soccer Complex in Brown Summit, North Carolina.
Great strong tackles there.
Well, it's been a really good battle in the midfield, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Albert.
Near middle one.
Shielded out of bounds by De Freitas. De Freitas, a U.S. Training Center invitee. Also wearing the captain's armband, as well as Jillian Shimkin. Did well to shield that ball out, and it's a goal kick to be taken by Davis. It's Lynch's header forward. Both these teams just so strong in these 50-50 challenges. And you can't say that one team's won the majority of them either.
No, both of them don't shy away for good balls in the air.
On the hour mark in North Carolina, we've got a good one for you here on USSoccerDA.com. 1-1 between FC Fury and Eclipse Select. It was Nicosia opening the scoring for the Illinois side in the 7th minute, but Daniele Davis responding on a set piece in the 56th. And now Hutchinson trying to open things up for Eclipse Select. Davis with an authoritative clearance. Lucy McShane trying to chase it down on the far side. Good step from Di Natale. And Weiss will be whistled for the foul. Good sportsmanship from Weiss.
Seems Eclipse is struggling a little bit to connect out of that back. Maybe you just got to anticipate that ball a little bit more here.
She was Green who she clattered into.
Those two have had a really good battle this match.
And Golden in a little bit of trouble here. Lyons is in, and Panoranda makes the save. Lyons looking for her second goal in as many games. She took advantage, but couldn't quite take full advantage.
Yeah, I'd like to use her left foot a bit stronger on that strike. She has a great strike on crosses. Let's see if she can get in the back of the net next time.
Showman's free on this near side. Instead, Lynch takes the central route and runs into Daniela Davis. McShane, little touch off for Shimkin. Pops it out wide for Weiss. McShane wants it played into the gap. Weiss running at Green. And a bit of a heavy touch in the end, but once again, tremendous one-on-one defending from Peyton Green.
Yeah, Weiss made a good decision there trying to take Green, isolate her a bit, but also Weiss had that early ball across right into her forward running in early, but both decisions are good.
Hahn's goal kick, won by Emma Schoeman. Able to get it back to Green. Weiss steps inside of Schoeman. Runs into Lynch, somehow able to keep the ball. Gets it off to Di Natale, who wins the corner kick. 4th of the game for the ladies in white.
See if Davis can give a great service again. Get that keeper to make a decision, come off her line.
The entire Fury bench is up for this corner kick. Natale doesn't beat the first defender. It will be a goal kick for Eclipse. Good work, though, from Lane Di Natale out of Locust Valley, New York. Hahn elects to play it short. That one didn't leave the box, so we'll do it again. When we talk about the fact that playing teams that you haven't seen before at these showcases presents new problems and you have to figure out how to solve them. I think for the Eclipse, it's been how do you solve this high press from the Fury that they've seen in this second half. What are your thoughts on how you beat that high press?
Yeah, I mean, there was just an example. They played a short goal kick, kind of got too close with that high pressure, and then had another goal kick go around, and now they stretched it and played a nice big ball still into feet. So if your keeper can do both ends of it, it's pretty successful there.
It was a good run from Emma Schoeman. Wheaton, Illinois native just couldn't keep it in bounds, so it'll be a goal kick for Isabella Penaranda, who has been excellent. If it weren't for some saves she made, this game would not be level in the 66th minute. McShane off for Weiss. Loves these one-on-one situations, but so does the defender.
Yeah, Weiss has tried now about 3-4 times driving that defender. Maybe she turns on the outside, plays someone back, and they can whip it in. Just different ideas on the ball.
Weiss and McShane both checking in. This will be McShane. McShane was a goalkeeper until last spring, and then right before tryouts, she said, you know what, I'd like to try the field. And how she's not only playing up top in this game, but she's also rated as one of the best left backs in the Northeast Division as well. So tremendous transition, but it just goes to show if you're a goalie who's proficient with your feet, you can probably move into the field. Spaces open up for Lyons on the far side. Has the beating of her defender. Gets around to Freitas as well. Puts it across. And the Eclipse are back in front. It's the substitute, Megan Hutchinson, with her second goal in as many games to give the Eclipse Select the 2-1 lead.
And here's Lyons driving that line again. So successful this game doing this. And then here she puts it and finally finds that near post run. It works, and it's in the back of the net.
Great finish from Megan Hutchinson. That ball bounced up on her, and she was able to stay with it and thump it into the roof of the net. And the substitute has given Eclipse Select a 2-1 lead as we're inside the final 13 minutes. Can the Fury come back once again? Ooh, Weiss Wins it off the center back, but is quickly crowded out. Showman almost threaded it through. Diaz gets it forward. Poked out wide for Lions. And this time Piper McGraw did a good job to get back. It will be a corner kick though for Eclipse Select. Their first of the half, third of the game.
Lions really likes to drive the line and has great pace with the ball dribbling. You don't always find that with players. They have to always push it pretty forward, but she can keep it on her feet really well, but that was defended really well by the Fury.
Corbin Albert's corner kick. And the header bounces just wide of the far post.
That's a great ball in. And just getting on top of that ball.
Julia Simon, who climbed the ladder there.
Good defense by Fury there.
Phillips almost worked her way out of it.
Fury has an edge on them. They're wanting to get that ball back to get it back in the back of the net.
Peyton Nolan wins the throw-in. It'll be taken by Peyton Green. Lynch steps up to win the header. Shimkin. Di Natale. Into the space for Weiss. And Green shows her speed to get back and shield it out for a goal kick. Well, Weiss has been very busy up and down the left flank. She's been in a great battle with Green. This time it's Green who wins out, and Aubrey Hahn will have the goal kick as we're into the final 10 minutes of regulation in what has been a very entertaining match by two of the best sides in the DA at this U-15 level. Patience from Green. Patton intercepted, but she loses out. Showman tried to get it forward for Hutchinson, but stepping inside is Daniela Davis. Shimkin with a nifty bit of skill to get it off for Di Natale. And the ball comes to Lynch, who is well positioned. Skips by one challenge. Now taking the space. Lions streaming up the far side, but instead the ball looks centrally inside for Hutchinson, and it was well dealt with by Daniela Davis. Showman gets it out wide. Julia Simons onside, puts it across, and doesn't beat the first defender.
I think Simons there had a little extra time to look up to see where her players were to maybe overhit it to beat the Fury defense there in the box.
It was Green venturing into the attack, and a good job by referee Luis Almojado out of North Texas to play the advantage and then pull it back for the free kick. 72nd minute. Eclipse Select looking to put this game out of reach.
Yeah, but are you doing nothing?
Bit conservative here, just 5 players in the box. One trying to get on the keeper. The rest of them are camped out at the back corner of the 6. Lynch drives it right to the back corner of the 6. That was perfectly placed. And if they were started at the top of the box and ran in, they would have been able to get on the end of it.
Yeah, they started a little too deep in, but also Fury let them sit that far in, so maybe just the cross kind of flew further away. Maybe could sit more on top of that center of the 6-yard box.
At the same time, we say that ball is perfectly placed, but perhaps it was supposed to be placed in a different spot based on where they were starting. Shimkin was held up but is able to maintain possession. She gets it away from Diaz. Patton tried to slide it through. Intercepted by Emma Showman. Good job by Julia Simon to come back and cut that out.
Lions likes that width, running there forward into space.
Still going Lions. De Freitas with the clearance. Hooked back in by Rodriguez. Showman off for Lynch. Green arriving. Still going Green. Drives to the end line. Gets in the cross. Headed away well by De Freitas.
It's good to see Green in the attack. She's been defending so well against Weyes, but now getting that cross off.
It's a good ball clipped in as well. Just a bit more height on it. Albert did well to get that one forward as the ball took an awkward bounce. Devlin Lynch steps in. Gets it to Hutchinson. Forward for Simon. Simon! Straight at Penaranda. Lynch has done such a good job from driving in deep to create those opportunities.
Great penetrating passes forward into her forwards' feet, breaking the midfield lines.
Weiss. McShane. Shimkin. Shimkin unable to get around Lynch. It's the spin back with it. McShane quickly closed down. But it's won back by the Fury. Good effort by Weiss to try and keep it in, but unable to in the end. But here's that chance for Simon. Did so well to hold off Davis and just couldn't direct her shot toward the far post. So substitutions made. Piper McGraw will check out. And coming in for her is Leah Howard, another 2004 who plays up. 16 games with the U-15s now for Leah Howard. Erin Hannernan saying of her, she's tiny, but just her confidence makes her seem like she's 6 foot tall. Every time you go and shake her hand, she'll look you right in the eyes, and that also she's one of the funniest people on the team as well.
You love to have characters on the team.
This is Howard battling. It's the Eclipse who come away with it, though. 2 to find in the box. Simon's lurking at the back post, but it falls out of bounds.
You can see Fury made a system formation change as well. Now they're into a 3-5-2, exactly what Eclipse is in. Getting a little more numbers forward, still essentially ready, like similar people in the middle now. See if we can get some numbers forward for the Fury.
So it'll be a goal kick for Isabella Panaranda in the 77th minute. 4 more minutes plus whatever stoppage time deemed necessary by referee Luis Almojado. Mark McElliott's side looking for their 10th win of the season and their 2nd of this showcase. And Clip Select will finish off the showcase tomorrow against LA Galaxy San Diego, who we saw here on match day 1 of the feature matches. And the Fury will also be back in action tomorrow morning against the Charlotte Soccer Academy. But for now, still 3 minutes plus for this result to be confirmed. And now the press coming in fast and furious from the Fury. Shimkin turns on the style, gets it to McShane. McShane unable to get by 2 Eclipse Select defenders. Good spin from De Freitas to elude Hutchinson, but she does a great job to get back and get a foot in. Simon looking for Hutchinson. Showman spinning. Hutchinson wants it. Does well to stay on side. Now Hutchinson running. One-on-one with De Freitas. Hutchinson gets by De Freitas, pulls it back, and a great job by Panaranda to step on that ball. Quickly the other way. Di Natale.
That's
One
great.
back.
Great driving the line here. Could she have a little more pace to beat that the goalkeeper there? But goalkeeper made a great decision. She had to come off her line to make that big save.
Just like the saves she made at the end of the first half to keep a minute. That's a save that could keep a minute heading into these final 2 minutes if the Fury can find an equalizer. But for now, the referee has stopped play. Not exactly sure what Luis Amahado is doing here. I think he's just coming over to check on Emma Phillips to make sure that she's all right. And they're going to make her come off because it's the possibility of a head injury, which is the right thing to do. And the DA rules on this are excellent. If a player needs to come off to be examined because of a head injury and go through that concussion protocol, then the Eclipse Select in this case are allowed to bring a player on without having it count against them as a substitution. And then if Emma Phillips is okay, she can re-enter. That player will come back off, but it won't count as her coming in and leaving the game, and she can come on a bit later. Not the best explanation, but still a great innovation by the Development Academy so that coaches aren't worried about having to use a substitution while a player goes through concussion protocol and they can still play 11v11. It's Shimkin, unable to direct her shot on frame.
It's not the first time Shimkin's tried to hit that longer ball to test the keeper out. Now it just needs to be on frame.
The good news is that Phillips is back on, so they didn't even have to use that substitution to make sure that they stayed 11v11. More importantly, just glad to see that Emma Phillips is okay. As she comes to Oak Brook, Illinois, to play with Eclipse Select from Munster, Indiana. Stolen away. Showman is in. Showman to ice the game for Eclipse Select. Can't do it, but more time will roll off this clock, and Panoranda with a great save. She deflected that wide. So we're now into stoppage time, just waiting for the board to come up from fourth official Nick Barbera out of Northern Virginia.
Great ball forward. Way to get her central. Panoranda, she came out really cutting off that angle, and then it just went wide. Well done by the keeper there to read that.
And one thing that we haven't seen with late corner kicks from teams in the lead is just playing it short and trying to keep it in the corner. They might try and do this with Simon here, and that's exactly what Eclipse Select is going to do. And she is clattered into by Lucy Patton.
Eclipse just managing the game here and keeping it in the corner.
So the battle in the corner, and the Eclipse win it. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It's been added on. All hands on deck as the Fury try and get it out of that corner. And the offside flag goes up. Rachel Eishart has to run it over to where the ball or where the offside occurred. Everybody being sent up.
See if Fury can get another chance here.
Weiss. She's got an overlap if she can find it. Cleared away by Emma Phillips. And the space is opened up for Hutchinson, who smartly takes it to the corner rather than looking for another goal.
Hutchinson has done really well driving that line, still holding the ball with her good pace there. Shields the ball off well when she's running with it.
Hutchinson really impressive since coming on as a substitute here in the second half. Her goal, as it stands, is the game-winning goal. And it's also her second of this showcase. Is once again the foray into the corner. This time taken by Julia Simon. They're seeing out the game in a very smart manner, Eclipse Select. Now it's Simon's turn to show her shielding skills. Hutchinson as well. Fury able to get it out. And Eclipse Select get it right back in. So another throw-in for Simon. In for Hutchinson. It'll be a goal kick. Last chance saloon for the FC Fury. That will do it. Eclipse Select run out 2-1 winners over FC Fury in an excellent contest. Eclipse Select got on the board early in the 7th minute through Nicosia, but Davis answered back in the 56th. However, Hutchinson scoring the game winner in the 67th as Eclipse Select improves to 10-3-2 on the season and 2-0 in the showcase. Tremendous match from both sides, Sarah Chapman.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch just this level here with great technique on both sides. They're both playing possession style, but then there's high pressure, 3 in the back, 5 in the midfield, and it's just keepers coming up with big saves. This was an exciting match to watch.
What impressed you the most from what you saw from both teams?
I think the midfielders had some good technical ability to play beautiful balls through great seams, the proper side of the ball, the pass, and here great crosses, skills.
A reminder to check ussoccerda.com for tomorrow's futures game. But for now, for our producer, Alex Bousquet, for Sarah Chapman, I'm Mark Serber saying so long from Brown Summit, North Carolina, where it finishes Eclipse Select 2, FC Fury 1.